Music goes in your ears and out your feet. To do top rock or up rock, same thing, just depends what part of the world you're from. There are some fundamentals you need to learn. You need to learn to be on your toes so you can be bouncy on your feet. Then you need to learn to twist your hips. Although you can learn top rock by learning a lot of different routines, I prefer to teach the mechanical basics first, which is being on your toes and hip twisting, then slowly showing you how to train and be creative so you develop your own style. Step 1, be on your toes. You need to move on your toes because it gives you speed. This is common in many sports like sprinting and fighting. Here are a few methods I use to make people learn to be on their toes and be fast on them. Jumping rope is a brute force method. It's the least fun, but it's effective. You should be able to jump rope for at least 1 minute, do some double unders and crossover twos. Speed test. Once you can be on your toes, prove it by seeing how fast you can move on your feet. When I teach this, I keep going until the student quits first. I look for intensity, which will make you fast. You just cross one leg in front of the other, then alternate. Next, I show people the star. There are 3 steps, then it repeats. It's a common mistake to not turn 90 degrees, so make sure you face each wall when you do it. It is also common to skip the forward position. Repetition is your friend, and when it gets boring, you start adding your own flair to this move. Step 2, dancing to the beat. We are now ready for basic top rock. We dance when the drum hits. If you're musically challenged, start with clapping to the beat. Once you have that down, start stepping to the beat. Once you can step on beat, take a bigger step. Step diagonally, start thinking about your rear heel coming off the ground. Next, we will hop. Now you get to show off how bouncy you can be and if you can dance to the beat. Finally, we'll do the same thing but stepping behind. Start with stepping, then hopping. Step 3, hip twist. Now we will brute force the hip twist motion by completing this drill. If you want to go faster, twist your hips more. Single leg swings will teach you to swing your leg high with hip rotation. Strive for an almost 360-degree leg swing. Indian step. People teach this in many different ways. It depends on what clicks for you. If you were my student, I would tailor my approach based off of what I see you doing, so I will show you the common mistakes and the first way I teach people. There are a couple of rules to follow. Always look forward, be on your toes, swing your legs at least knee height, but stomach height is better. Lean back to have your feet in front of you, and your swinging foot needs to point behind you when it lands. Let's break down the rules one by one in slow motion. Stay on your toes for speed and responsiveness when your foot lands. If you are struggling to do this, practice this drill. Swing your leg high to get more hip twist. If you're struggling, practice a penalty kick. Here's another way to illustrate how a little hip twist can generate a lot of power. Finally, once you can sort of do Indian step, start leaning back, and this will force you to be on your toes and swing your feet more. In conclusion, the key with top rock is flow. It's another way of saying moving without thinking. There are many ways to achieve this. It's the problem with being creative. There isn't a single way to do it. For kids, usually just letting them dance is enough since they are not inhibited and often aren't told or given a chance to just dance. Kids also have a much easier time being creative. For adults, I tend to focus on mastering an easy move, letting them get bored with it, then encouraging them to add their own variations. You can do top rock as a warm-up, and it's a good way to end your practice since it's not technique driven and can be done tired. Your top rock will be great once you master the basics. Top rock is expressing how you feel, so if you think you're crap, it will look like crap. Keep practicing and keep it ninja.